So I pissed off a guy who I've known for a long time, although haven't seen in decades because I moved away. And, he's upset about how things are going in the USA at the moment. And I suggested that things have been really wrong way before that. And that he doesn't see the blood on his hands for that shit. And he said, you don't really know me. And he's correct, I don't. We were just party friends. But I've always had the impression he was a really nice guy, and I still do. But over the last year or two, I've lost friends that way by suggesting that they're supporters of an illegal, evil regime. Not the current one. The current one I'm actually kind of amused by. They're destroying a government that I've been against for 40 years. And they're Republican, Democrat, really doesn't matter. And you're going to say, oh, but there's really important differences. Are there? They both support war, the military-industrial complex. They both oppress and murder people. Highest imprisonment rate in the world. Except maybe now there's some other countries. And maybe that's a good thing that they're doing that. But no, the USA has been responsible for so much evil crap. It's astounding. And that doesn't mean I'm in favor of China or Russia. I think those folks should overthrow their governments. Of course, I can't comment on the USA and say that because that would be illegal. And I'm already probably on their radar anyway for being someone who promotes freedom for people to own themselves. But it is sad to me that I break a connection with someone, that they take it as an insult if I say they're part of something evil. And I realize that, I suppose I'm privileged for being able to escape. Not really, though. I just had the will to do it. You imagine the evil, repressive governments of the past, and there have been people who made the choice to escape before it got too fucked up. And I had that will. Not sure I went far enough away. We shall see. I've hidden out. And is that really fighting then? This guy probably thinks he's fighting because he went to a protest. Protesting don't mean shit. They don't care about that. What matters is, are they making more money off of you? Do they control your labor? Do they own your children? Yeah, they do. And so to break away from real slavery is not an easy thing. I mean, Harriet Tubman, a hero, in my opinion, had to pull out her pistol and threaten people to continue their escape from slavery. Why the fuck is that? For a brief period, there was the idea of putting her on the $20 bill in the U.S. And the picture I like most of her is holding a gun. And that's because freedom is hard to just be given. You have to take it. And of course, that did not get approved. There's no bill that ever got created with her on it. And there is no bill that will be created with her with a gun. But how did America start? How did the U.S. start? It started with people who were willing to fight against taxation without representation. And those were over relatively minor taxes. But now the U.S. is so rich and wealthy that they can enslave their people with much better effectiveness. So, unfortunately, the slaves are still pretty wealthy overall, and they're frightened to disobey because they're working against one of the most evil, oppressive intelligence and military apparatus in the world. So they're scared shitless. So much so they can't even question it. Oh, fuck. Oh, shade is so nice. I'm walking at the dumbest time of the day to walk. It's like 12:30. And it gets hotter afternoon. The most solar radiation is at noon, but it keeps heating up until like 3 or something, and then still remains kind of hot. So really, if you're going to go walking, you should do it early in the day, not when I'm doing it. But I've had a really nice day, and I wrote in my notebook. I wrote like 3 pages of crap I got to do to create what I want to create, what I envision. And there's no way I can do it all. It's impossible. Each one of those tasks could take days to get started, some of them weeks or years to finish. So essentially I'm alone in the work I need to get done to create freedom, justice, and prosperity in the world. Which means I should probably just give up. What's the fucking point? No one's on my side. So I should just let everybody die, because that's what they work for. Death for other people, and that death will come back to them. As Malcolm X said, the chickens come home to roost and empires fall. I don't think he said that, but he might have. He wasn't a dumb guy. Interesting guy, actually. I'm a big fan of Malcolm X because he's a complicated character in his life. And he tried to do the best he could and was betrayed in the end by his former allies, who were also control freak fuckwads. So, I don't know. Right now, I just got to make it home and see what I can do, if anything, about anything. It all seems really pointless. And who knows, maybe I'll figure my shit out and do better, but maybe I'll just give up and delete my entire virtual existence. Maybe I will delete my entire existence. Because why am I here? Why am I doing any of this? There's no love for me. There's no hope. I don't even know who to will the forest to that I can trust. The one thing I've committed to in my life is this forest. I mean, my dogs somewhat, but they're temporary. And they're popular, so they will find homes. They're never going to be without food. They're very well-behaved, good dogs, so I'm not really that worried about them. And yeah, they'll miss me somewhat. But the forest, who's going to protect it from just getting cut down? I don't know. We'll see.